Random Thoughts 3. Let's go.
Okay, my random thought today is when I'm with my kids from Japan, we're going to New Zealand on their homestay, and they're such sweet kids. I think, how the fuck did the atrocities happen in World War II by the Japanese around the world and whatnot? Because they're just the best kids in the world. Thank you.
Explosion.
So, my random thought is there such a thing as a random thought? I don't want to get too into it, I don't want to make this take too long, but essentially, there are a couple different definitions for the word random, and depending on which definition you use, one could argue that there's no such thing as a truly random thought. I mean, of course, we'd have to agree on what random means, but yeah, that's the gist of it. So, something to think about. Are there any thoughts that are actually random, or across the whole history of humanity, um, maybe there is no such thing as a random thought? Maybe there's patterns, and maybe there's reasons behind thoughts that make them not qualify as random, no matter how outlandish they might seem to an individual, perhaps on a societal scale or a historical scale or something. There's no such thing as a random thought.
Explosion.
Okay, so I'm only doing this for you because you're awesome, but I'm half asleep and I'm driving to the gym, so if the quality is really bad, I'm sorry. I woke up this morning and I have like 2 butt plugs sitting in an Overwatch Taco Bell cup in my bathroom, because they got really nasty the other night, and I'm thinking, I wonder if my roommate has seen those. I know she's not going to judge me or anything, but then I wonder if her boyfriend looked at it, but then I thought, I was like, I don't give a shit. And well, I got myself to sleep last night, so my eyes hurt really bad, and then I went to go get a Monster, because I'm that person that goes and gets a Monster before they go work out. I'm very contradicting of my health, and the guy's checking me out. It's looking at me weird, really weird. So I was like, I wonder if he thought I was crying, like I had like the really puffy eyes still, or if he thought I was high. And then there's this guy at the gym that I've known for like 2 or 3 years, who like won't date me, but like likes to flirt with me all the time. So maybe I'll see him there. Maybe he'll give me an ego boost today. Who knows? But then today, when I go to my parents' house and my mom wants me to bring my shitty laptop, I don't know if I want to play Warcraft, or do I want to play Pokemon, or do I just want to sit and sulk? But and I started thinking today, I got up and my brain's kind of dead because I'm half asleep. But I was like, well, maybe I want to work on my. This is all my mind thinks about is dick and video games. So my mind's not that great, but that's all my life consists of, is dick and video games at this point. But I don't know what else to say because I'm half asleep, and my mind's kind of blank from last night because I decided to drink, and then I thought, well, I'm gonna drink and be happy, and I ended up drinking and crying and watching The Notebook, which is really cliche for me because I don't like girly movies that much. But I think it was just helped to produce my crying more. But I don't know.
Explosion. If you're not a doctor, you're not a healthcare professional, like you have no degree in the healthcare industry, just shut up. Please just shut the fuck up. Go out and buy all the toilet paper in the world like a moron. Go buy your, 100 gallons of milk like a moron. And just shut the fuck up. Stop spreading rumors about shit that you don't understand. Just shut up. Explosion.
Growing up, I didn't have the highest self-esteem. I think most people can relate to that. to varying degrees. And what I'm going to discuss isn't necessarily reliant on that. But to put in context, I recognize today that, well, over the years, I've recognized that I'm a decent writer, and it took me a long time to sort of not brag about it, but acknowledge it. I would always shy away from compliments. So I wanted to talk about an instance that happened to me when I was in the 10th grade. I was around 15 years old, and it had a profound effect on me, and it always stuck with me, and I believe encouraged me to stick with it and to even hone the craft more and to go further with writing. And what had happened was I had a 10th grade teacher, English teacher, who, well, this is a whole other story, but actually he got me in trouble for a paper I had written about a month prior. I'll save that for another random thought. But so he comes up to me during class, or like walks by me as I'm sitting at my desk, and he says, Russ, stay after class, I have to talk to you. Now, I wasn't exactly the most I got into some trouble here and there in high school. Nothing crazy, but for that to be said to me from a teacher, my immediate thought was, what did I do? I'm in trouble. So I wait for the period to end, and I wait till all the other students evacuate the room. And it was really sweet. He said to me, in 20 plus years of teaching, I remember the exact quote. This is how much it hit me. He said, in 20 plus years of teaching, I have only said this to one other student, and that is, you have serious potential of becoming a writer one day. And in the moment, I didn't know how to handle a compliment like that. I probably just said, well, thank you, and played it down, maybe shuffled off. But the fact that I remember that direct quote to this day, it meant a lot to me. And I think we undervalue teachers in our society, whether it's financially, whether it's with supplies. It's sickening to see teachers going out and buying their own supplies to educate our youth. And I mean our youth as a society, not even if you don't have kids. That's important, to raise an educated populace. And even to someone like me, who I made some mistakes in my life, I didn't go the straight forward academic route. Writing has continued to be important. I recently did return to school to pursue a degree, and since then I've had 3 other instructors kind of like, hey, can I use your paper as an example for future classes? And I don't have that confidence. I think of being told that at a young age. He probably doesn't even remember it himself, but it was extremely meaningful. And I don't know. I think you never know. You never know. And education's important. This is a public school investing. It's just so important. And if I keep going, I'll just start rambling. So I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks.
So thanks to everyone that participated in Random Thoughts 3. This isn't supposed to be scripted, and I think that's where the random part comes in. I want stream of consciousness. Like, you just start recording, and whatever comes out, comes out. You can pick a topic beforehand. That's cool. And then you kind of just go with the flow. That's where the randomness comes in. I love that you guys are willing to share your thoughts, and I hope to hear more from many other people in the future.